Boom, what's good, people? Low YouTube views, but the results are delayed. So I'm talking about my main channel, not this one. And for me, one of the things I've seen is that recently my views were popping up, but today is very hard to speak. My most recent video, the views aren't there, even though I've improved my hook a lot. And there are some things I need to improve on still in the first 30 seconds, but the views are not there. So I'll be honest, I was discouraged. I was like, is this hard work paying off? What all the efforts I'm putting in to learn and improve, is it paying off? And like for me, I think back to all the times in the past when I've done some level of improvement in my life, but the results are delayed. And it's only till later that I see the results. And I think Sam Ovens talks about this, about when you put in effort in something, you're not going to see the results immediately unless it's some sort of extraordinary effort that results in something that's extraordinary as a result. But anyway, yeah, that's one thing I noticed. And I remember that throughout my life, I've done these things where I've gone through transformations. Like when I was 11 to 12 years old, I was a fat, chubby, geeky kid who was socially awkward, didn't know what to do socially. And I went through a transformation where I lost a lot of weight, started exercising, started cutting down on junk and sweets and stuff like that. And people saw me and they were like, "Wow, you changed." And that was my first experience of putting in effort and waiting for the results, just being consistent in that sense. And then my second transformation was when I was age 14, I think, or age 13. I started sprinting. I started doing training 100 meters in school, and I was I was slow. I wasn't like the fastest in that group, in the year group. But over the years, I kept on improving, kept on doing stuff, kept on training. And then come year 10, after some training at the athletics club, I came back to school and I was just beating all those people who were taking a mick out of me, saying that I'm slow. And I never heard them insulting me again. And then the same thing when it came to GCSEs. Like I remember when I got my GCSEs, people were like surprised I got some good grades because I was like messing about and I was considered dumb, stupid. And then that spurred me on to put in some effort to my A levels, and I buckled down really hard, and I got amazing A level results, one of the best in the year. So those things happened after a period of time of effort, and I couldn't see the result until later. Like revising for my exams, that took me months of effort, and then I got the result at the end after like 2 years. That's when the final A level results come. When it comes to like sprint training, that took me years. That took me like a couple of years, 3 years actually, to keep on changing things, adjusting things, and then seeing the results. My career, for example, my career, um, the average. So back like 10 years, or this is over 10 years. It took me like how long? Like five. Let me see, 2012. Yeah, it took me like 6 years to earn just the average salary in the UK. 6 years after graduating university. So you'd expect someone who's a graduate from university to be um, at least earning the average of the UK salary, at least, and possibly earning above that quite soon. But for me, it took me a long, long time of grinding, having jobs which were kind of below, and then I reached a certain point where my career just went up like this, shot up, and I just earned multiple times what I expected to be earning. And that's the thing, is that the results were delayed. So all that effort, there were things I was doing before then. I was, reading books, learning how to be efficient with touch typing, using the computer and the algorithms and stuff, or just VBA macros, just things like that that sped up my efficiency, and just learning things, just keep like things like Lean Six Sigma, things like that. Just learning things along the way that paid dividends later on to compound my career. And that was, back then, this is a long video, but back then I wasn't really putting in concentrated effort to learn, if you know what I mean. It was just like, okay, I'll learn this, okay, I'll improve this, I'll do this. I didn't have a structure to it, I didn't have any strategy to it. But now, in my mid-30s, with this YouTube channel, I have strategy. I have specific things that I'm aiming for, and I know exactly what to do. So, yes, the results are not coming fast, like within months. Maybe it'll take a year, hopefully not longer than a year. But the difference is that now I'm putting in structured, strategic effort. And as long as I keep that in the back of my mind that the results will come, and I'll be able to validate this idea or not, then yeah, things should be good. Things should be, good. Anyway, those are my thoughts for today. I want to make a comment about my hair. It's not looking too bad, like in the camera it looks worse than it does in the mirror in real life. But basically, I've been taking zinc for 7 days straight, which is something I haven't done in years, literally years, at least since 2017. So it's been a very long time since I was regularly taking zinc like this. And I think for the first time, I'm noticing my hair, especially the crown, the top hair. The hair is starting to fill out a lot more, and it's looking like what it used to when I was younger. I want to keep this going for at least a month. I want to see what changes happen. But also my beard, like my mustache, I'm starting to notice long hairs again. I'd forgotten the annoyance of having to clip my mustache when it got too long. I'm having a theory that potentially the zinc is increasing my testosterone, and that's actually causing my mustache to grow a bit longer. Anyway, those are my thoughts. With that said, take care. Peace.